In the early 11th century, King Canute, also known as Cnut the Great, ruled one of the largest empires in Europe. His power stretched across England, Denmark, Norway, and parts of Sweden. He commanded armies, controlled trade routes, and shaped the fate of nations. Wherever Canute traveled, he was surrounded by nobles, courtiers, and servants, men whose job was not just to serve the king, but to praise him. And praise him they did. They told him he was the wisest ruler who had ever lived. His power was unmatched. His authority knew no limits. Some even claimed, "O king, there is nothing in this world that dares oppose you." At first, Canute listened quietly, but over time, the flattery grew louder and more foolish.
Day after day, his courtiers competed to flatter him. One said, "The earth obeys you, my lord." Another added, "The heavens themselves favor your reign." Finally, one man declared, "Even the sea bows to your command." Canute understood something dangerous was happening. The men were no longer praising him, they were lying to themselves. A ruler surrounded by lies, he knew, would eventually become a tyrant or a fool. So Canute decided to teach them a lesson they would never forget, not with punishment, but with truth.
One day, Canute ordered his servants to carry his royal throne to the seashore. The nobles followed, confused but curious. The tide was coming in. Waves rolled steadily toward the land, unstoppable and indifferent. Canute seated himself on the throne, facing the ocean. Then he raised his voice. "O sea, you are under my rule. The land on which I sit is mine. I order you, do not come any closer." The courtiers watched in awe. The waves continued to rise. Water reached the legs of the throne, then his feet, then his robes. The ocean moved forward, just as it always had, and just as it always would. At last Canute stood. Turning to his nobles, he spoke calmly. "Let all men know how empty and worthless is the power of kings." He reminded them no ruler controls the tides, no crown commands nature, no man is greater than the laws of God and the world. True power, he explained, comes from wisdom, humility, and justice, not flattery or fear. From that day, Canute placed his crown on a cross in a church, a symbol that ultimate authority belongs to God and nature, not man. History misunderstood this story. Some said Canute believed he could control the sea. The truth, he staged the moment deliberately to silence arrogance and expose blind praise. King Canute ruled wisely. He protected the poor, respected the law, and governed with restraint, qualities rare in any era. His lesson still echoes today. Power is not proven by command, but by knowing where command ends. In a world still filled with loud voices and empty praise, the story of King Canute reminds us authority has limits, truth matters more than flattery, and humility is the mark of real greatness. A king did not command the sea, but he commanded respect, history, and wisdom. And that is why, nearly 1,000 years later, we still tell his story.